so warm this morning. Must be gonna rain or something. We had a bunch of garbage in there. That me off. What am I doing? I'm lifting the feeder house drum so we can, for the corn sitting. This is probably where the difference between me and all your other guys is most great. Because I have the oldest combine in the whole outfit, probably. Axial flow with the minus the W. It's going old school. Yeah. Oh boy. Need some biscuits and gravy. How come you guys never bring breakfast? You don't want to see this is corn here. Corn bar. Oh, sad corn. Sad small corn. Well, I mean, it'll be 200, 250. Yeah, I talked to Rusha last night. We were trying to come up with some plan that we could subtly screw up your footage. Be like, it's what plants crave. You remember from that movie Idiocracy? It's what plants crave. What was the name of that stuff? Brondo. Yeah, it's got electrolytes. Sad smoke. That's right. When you get that corn head out, we gotta get that tractor over here. I need to see if Jay can weigh that plot this afternoon. Boom, 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 boom. Weather-wise, looks like it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be cooperative, maybe is the best term. And we picked all of our 100-day corn about 2 weeks ago. That's about the only corn we've picked. Today we're gonna pick our corn bar contest corn plot, which is appearing to be very underwhelming. Between the weather and just not getting everything right, it's not gonna be where we wanted it to be at. Should still be okay. If it makes 300, that's probably gonna be a good number for that plot this year. Hopefully, you won't get footage of my combine burning down or something. No, but it does happen quite frequently. Now the combine's a 2000 model, has almost 5,000 hours on it. So it's been around the block a few times, but it's fairly reliable. So just keep hanging parts on it and keep going. Killer Sunshot. We were just going to start on that plot and just go until when it was time to quit, and then quit. If I had to guess, the dryland winter in Illinois this year will be in the low 300s. I don't think you'll see a 315 or 320 this year, just based from talking to people. Really? How'd David's do? 5,000 bushel?
For me, I just cook because I like to eat. Don't really care. The cooking brings me no enjoyment because there's a lot more potential for me to f it up than to get it right. Part of me has always said, if I learn something, then that probably means there's something else to learn. And if I try to hoard what I've already got, that keeps me from growing. If by giving away what I already know, that pushes me to learn the next thing. It's kind of a karma thing, it'd be the easiest way to put it. You know, you put good vibes out into the universe and good vibes come back. So I guess that's how I've always thought about it. You know, the Bible says, cast thy bread upon the water. So, all right, I'll get to casting. I don't want to have to hurt anyone else to make myself better. So if I can help people, that's even better yet, right? Go grab my spatula. When my dad died, it was amazing the amount of support that just came from all directions that I wasn't expecting. You know, that means a lot, and I'm not one who I can't go do stuff like that. I'm not a very feely type person. I'm not good with people.
That's true.
Bad deal.
So we're starting to pull a competition yet?
I don't know, it's whatever Steve's doing. This is Steve's world, man. I'm just living in it. It's gonna be a good day.
We got you, Steve. We got you.
All right, I'm gonna go print that off. Water's wet, sky's blue, lions eat people. I do what I do. Before I know it, you know, you look back on your life. Hell, I'm 38 years old now, and you look back, it's like, holy shit, where did that time go? I remember being 21, and I still feel like I'm 21, but that's been near half a lifetime ago. So at this rate, I'll be dead tomorrow. So why stress anything too much? Try to help out as much as you can.
You can tell that this plant was still green when it froze. You know, it was still alive and healthy and working, and that's what I like to see.
And if it wouldn't have froze, it'd still be green, really.
Right. Yeah, the freeze is the only thing that killed it.
Yeah.
So.
And then you can see your stalks are still green here. A green stalk, you can't pinch it. The kernel or the health on the stalk is good. So we're standing, and we was planning on doing this at 24 moisture so that we wouldn't have breakage. And really looking down the line, there's nothing fell over. We've had 3 50-mile-an-hour winds in the last 2 weeks, and we have no corn falling over, and that's again related to late season plant health. At 19 moisture, this makes this field health look really, really good for us. So we'll see if we got half a pound per ear, we should be in the money. We'll see how we do. So that's what we're looking for: uniformity of the plant height, uniformity of the ear height, good kernel depth, no dent causes heavy test weight, and no tip back on this particular ear. If we can get 42,000, have a half pound, that's 412 bushels, so that's our target. I don't know if we'll make it.
Today the weather isn't great for picking corn, so we're not picking corn. We got some rain last night. Stalks are too wet, and we're just gonna have to wait before we can get going again. Otherwise, we have too much loss and too much compaction on the ground. This fall's been a little struggle. Well, the whole year has been. We've had really wet times and really dry times back to back, and I don't know. It's one of those years we just keep plugging along day to day. We're still going to have a pretty good crop. It isn't quite as good as I would like, but it's still pretty good. I hope in the no-till I get first. Yeah, pretty good chance of it, I think.
Check that out.
So we'd like to be picking today, but it's just too tough. Everything is wet, and it just doesn't pick good when it's wet. If you pick when it's wet, for one thing, it's hard in the equipment. Things don't flow through very good. The stuff in the combine doesn't separate, and also you get excess shelling because this breaks off, the ear breaks off harder when it's wet, and as the stalk is being pulled, you see the combine pulls the stalk down through and kind of destroys it. But when it's wet, this doesn't come off very easy. So it shells, and you lose the bottom port of the ear. It basically grinds off and it ends up on the ground, and we don't grow it all year to put it on the ground. So you gotta wait till conditions are right. And that's that. Nothing works in the rain. Everything gets wet, clogged up. So I gotta clean some of this stuff up that got loaded up. So I'm just cleaning it out, and then we're gonna give the combine just some regular maintenance. Probably should check the tires while it's in here. All right. Okay. David, what are you doing?
About to ask you what you want me to do.
Get that other grease gun. Put that, well, if it ain't empty, take the grease out of it and put that other grease in it.
Yeah.
And then fill that auto greaser.
Okay. Just be clear, you want the green stuff in it?
No,
Because it's already got,
no, not the green stuff.
okay.
I want the other stuff, not what we normally use. See the Valvoline box?
Yes.
That one.
Okay. It's the same stuff.
Huh? Oh, that one had that in it. Okay. Well, that's good. So you just grease that till it starts coming out. There's like a vent thing.
Today we're going to take out our contest plot. I've been half jokingly calling it the Pursuit of 401 on Twitter. I don't think we're going to get to 401. Just the weather and a multitude of other things have not been very cooperative. But we're going to see what happens. So, hopefully we'll get something over 3 anyway, although you never know if that's going to happen or not. But we got somebody coming to judge, and hopefully we'll have to track down a second judge. But use the probe it, get a moisture, and have her do it 2 or 3 times to make sure. Because a 1/10 of a point can make a big difference. Who else is a judge?
Anybody?
If it makes over 290, we're going to have to find another one. Call the Pioneer guy. Call Michael, he'll probably know. We're going to take the semi up, we're going to come back, I'm going to make sure my paperwork's printed off, and then we'll move the combine. This is going to be my best entry, I'm going to get skunked by Kevin Cow, and that's going to me off. So this was planted at ultra high population, so
What is it?
there's sections at 44, 47, and 50.
Wow.
If I'd have known it wasn't going to rain, I thought surely it didn't rain last year, we'll get some rain in. We didn't. We're going to change the sprockets on our corn head to slow it down. See if we can pick up another bushel or 2. Yeah, we're losing about a bushel to a bushel and a half an acre right now out of the corn head, so we'll slow it down. A lot of green in there. That pass right there, 270, 280. Did I tell you the number before we left? We had weather, and we didn't have the fertility right, and that caused more problems. I mean, the whole farm probably averaged 220, 225. It's going to be the best entry we've ever submitted by 80 bushel. It's a good start. Just double bacon cheeseburger and cheese balls. Tooling along in some 300 bushel corn and just plugged it. I mean, just plugged it with corn. So. Buzzers go off, which tells you something's not turning. And then I shut it off, and then once we got the weight off of it, then we turned it back on. That's where all the racket was coming from. So. broken something or knocked something loose or something, we'll find it. Probably not a big deal. It's kind of the problem with running on the smoking edge of what your equipment's capable of. Sometimes you go a little beyond it. We found the beyond. So we're gonna have to figure out what we broke. So we're gonna check the clean grain elevator drive and the clean grain chain itself and see if we can figure out if we've got a chain's jumped a sprocket or something's loose or something like that. See if we can't figure out what the problem is. Happens about every time you guys show up for some reason. After we checked it out, we still can't find the problem here in the field, so we're gonna have to go back to the shop and look at it and see if we can come up with some better lighting and see if we can come up with a solution. I'm off. I was like, man, I'm gonna park it. I'm gonna sleep in, get up, go right to the field. Now I gotta around with this on. So kind of a poor end to a great day, but it is what it is. Hopefully Cal gets 399, like 399.75. Karma's a fix it and back at it tomorrow. Another learning experience, and we'll come back at it next year and see if we can take it to the next level. We've pushed ourselves, we've learned something, we've added more stuff to the list of things to fix, and we've scratched some things off the list that we think we found solutions to, so. I'm done, I quit. That's it. Game over, I'm not playing anymore.
Yeah, this 1197 looks pretty good.
Yep. It's a real deal.
Too bad it didn't pay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Maybe next year. Maybe next year.
That's one nice thing about working with smart people. Sooner or later, one of us will come across a good idea. Just wish it would be sooner rather than later. The more you keep trying to push, the more people you meet, the more people who can help, and you start bringing more people on board. Sooner or later, we'll get a critical mass of knowledge that will push this thing where we want it to go. Hopefully, it's somewhere without mosquitoes.
I'm not good at thanking people. I'm really good at casting hate and making fun of people. I can do that.
It's been weighed full load, and as soon as it's all dumped, then they will go and weigh the truck again, and that'll tell you how many pounds of corn were on it. And from there you can factor it and figure how many bushels were on it. The other thing is this corn's a little bit wet.
Who's
this for?
This will be for Mike Rother. $800 bushel, and then it's just whatever our shrink is. Right there.
Right there.
Well, it. Pop some hole in some fuel tanks, Claude.
Your equation is you take your pounds of corn times your adjusted moisture and divide by 47.32, and that'll give you how many bushels are harvested.
Where are we at?
Well, you adjust 22. That 22 ate it.
Well, that's disheartening. It's kind of a reality check. We'll get them next year. We're just getting them a head start.
Did you do the decal for the numbers? Is it figured? Huh? You already do it, or?
280? Even? Boo, boo. All right. I'm gonna get rid of a few rows here and then go back over there. We did all right. We, wasn't what we were quite after, but it looks like we're probably gonna be an entry in the upper 3 teens somewhere, maybe 318 or something. I'm not quite sure how it'll figure out. So that's not too bad, yeah. Yeah, when you're doing this contest type of stuff, there's definitely it's a higher level of management. And there's more cost with products and time and more trips across the field. But it's kind of I don't know, it's kind of fun to do. Yeah, it's really a competition against myself just to see if I can do a little better each year. We did a little bit better maybe than we did last year, and with the weather that we had, I think that was probably all right. You talking to me?
Yeah.
What did you say?
You want me to do anything with this yet?
Oh, the cart? I'm going over to just sit tight for a second. I'll tell you in a little bit. You can kind of start heading this way, Austin. I'm going to end up over here kind of in the center. Get down in here in the valley. Yeah, we put the same products through all the different hybrids. And just the way the season was, some hybrids adapt or react to what you're doing or the weather differently. One hybrid could be better one year and it might not be as good the next. It just depends. We started out really wet, planted late, a lot later than we like to, probably a good 3 weeks later than we'd like to. Then we got cold weather. We had nights in the 40s when the corn was at like V5. I think that damaged it a little bit. We didn't get quite the girth or the rows around that we would have wanted. Hurt us some. Stayed very wet and cold through the first part of the summer. We had a couple big rain episodes that totaled 10 inches in a couple of days. Got to slow it up a little. After that, after the rains finally quit, then like they do sometimes, the rain completely shut off, which was, we did get tasseled and got pollinated, and that's when everything shut off. And then we went almost 2 months with no rain at all. Well, that's not good either for ear fill. And then fall comes, and we started getting quite a bit of rain again when it's time to harvest. We had several 3 and 4 inch rains, and we've been kind of working around and through those. It's just drying out enough again, we're going. And we've got quite a ways to go yet, but we're gonna keep going. But it was an average year with a lot of extremes, I guess is how you would say it. Probably average rainfall, but it all came at once.
Damn it, go do another one.
That pretty well sums it up.